Hey everybody, welcome back to UniXDBS, and today we are going over another archetype now that we have all the cards, and that archetype has been one that has been causing quite a buzz, and that would be Son Goku and Vegeta that flip over into their SS4 counterparts. So yeah, really excited to get into that, and I'm pretty sure most other people are excited just to hear it being talked about whenever they can. So, would like to say, as per usual, if you haven't already, go over to the official Facebook group for this card game. Link will be in the description, and give it a follow, like it, because that's going to be how you get all of these spoilers that I'm currently going off right now. On top of that, you do also have the unofficial discussion group where we talk about everything, including the Universe X Discord, which is also going to have a fair amount of conversation going on. Links to all of that will be in the description. And if you'd like to help out the channel, you could subscribe here to help this channel grow, expand the reach, like the video so it trends, comment, because I love getting back to you guys on that and having a discussion everywhere we can. And I also have 2 more other channels that you can check out in the description with their various pieces of content. So let's actually put the template up and we will get in there from there. So with the template up, we get to start on this. The first card we got going for us here is Son Goku and Vegeta. This is the leader card. Permanent, you can use mono red rest mode sand cards in combos. This is very important. Then you've got auto. Once per turn, when you use a card in a combo, you can look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 red sand card or 1 red unison with a specified cost of 2 amongst them to your hand. And place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's pretty cool. Awaken when your life is at 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy in both Son Goku GT and Vegeta GT cards in your Z energy. You may draw 1 card, then switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode, and add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life left. This is going to be pretty interesting. We're gonna look at the back and then we're gonna talk about it. Moving to the back, you've got SS4 Son Goku and SS4 Vegeta in it together. Permanent, you can still combo with mono red rested sands. Then permanent, your Gogeta GT cards can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode. And when your Gogeta GT cards attack your opponent's battle cards, your opponent skips the defense step. This is very important because you're going to see how that ties into a massive effect of the the main boss card for the deck. But also, this auto once per turn when you activate Union Fusion, this card gains Gogeta GT for the turn. And then auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then play up to 1 red sand card with an energy cost of 1 from your hand in rest mode. Now, some things are going to be pretty cool. You can see that you're putting in these this 1 cost sand, and you can see that you can combo for things in rest mode. So you know where this is going. You guys have probably seen some of this archetype by now. But the important cool thing about this is that when you do Union Fusion, this card gains Gogeta GT for the turn. And that will mean that since it is a card, because this effect is permanent, your Gogeta GT cards, not battle cards, not leader cards, cards, can attack, your opponent's battle cards in active mode. This is going to mean that when you Union Fuse, you're going to be able to swing on active mode battle cards with your leader, and they cannot have a defense step. So that's a very powerful effect right there that you guys should just understand. We're going to move on to some of the other cards so you guys can kind of get a feel for this. It's pretty cool though. We got the Z Awaken. This is one of the things that has been causing the most hullabaloo amongst the community. Permanent, you can only include 1 copy of this card in your Z deck, so yeah, it is the one offer. It costs 3 Zenkai energy. Z Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, all your energy is in rest mode, and you skip your charge phase during your next turn. Red Son Goku GT, Vegeta GT, pay the Z cost or skill cost and Z energy and play this card from your Z deck on top of the specified leader's backside. Permanent, when this card is in a battle, you cannot activate extra skills or use cards in combos. Auto, at the end of your opponent's turn, switch this card to active mode and remove it from the game. So, the couple things you have to understand about this is Z Awaken can be used anytime Awakening can happen. So this can happen offensively or defensively. I personally think that offensive is the best time to use it because then you get the massive 100,000 swing, and it's going to be a massive wall for your opponent to get over the following turn. But permanent, when this card is in battle, you can't activate extra skills or use cards in combos. And that's battle. It's not saying when it attacks, it's not saying what it is, attack. That if this is involved in any battle, they have a solid number to get over, and that number is 10,000 or 100,000, and that's just the thing. Of course, at the end of your opponent's turn, switch this card to active mode and remove it from the game. So if you use it for the defense, you're only getting one turn out of it, and then you're getting all the negatives. So this is pretty much always going to be better to be used on offense, but you got to understand when the game state calls for it, because if your opponent, if you only have 2 life, or there's a triple striker, and your opponent has enough in hand to go well over what you have, that's rough, because you cannot defend yourself past that 100k. So it is what it is. Then we're gonna go over this one. This one isn't specifically this deck, but it does fit. You've got Rush Attack, SSB Vegeta. Now Deflect, he costs 2 Zenkai energy, costs 2 to play. Deflect, when this card attacks, use up to 1 mono red card with 5k power from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn, which is just additional Zenkai energy. Additionally, when it gets to additionally choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, and it gets minus 15k power for the turn. Excellent. Activate minion once per turn. If you have 4 more Zenkai energy, choose this card or switch this card to active mode, and it gets 10k power, double strike, and barrier for the turn. This is crazy. This will swing for neutral at 15k on the leader, awaken leader. But then, if you have 4 more Z energy, which is not hard in this deck, you guys will see this deck is constantly comboing, so its Zenkai energy is constantly building. And then when you have 4 or more, you can just switch it to active mode. Don't even have to get rid of it. Just switch it to active mode, and it'll gain double strike, barrier, and 10k power, making 25k double striker. Very hard to interact with due to its barrier. This is interesting. You kind of have to smoke it before that first attack, because it is infinitely more dangerous on the second attack. Also makes very weird plays with yellow, because can you imagine if your opponent had Poutine and you play this card knowing it's going to trip the Poutine, but then you just untap it and it's a bigger threat than it was before while getting their Poutine effect out of the way? This has a lot of playability, and I think it's a really, really cool card. Sorry, my cat's kind of going wild. Then what you have here is SS4 Gogeta Powers Connection. This is the unison for the deck, and this is a Gogeta GT. Somebody, I had a friend that on Facebook that asked like why the colors change for the pants, and I was like, well, that's because that's Gogeta GT Xeno. Gogeta Xeno. But auto, when this card is played, look at the top 3 cards from your deck and choose up to 1 red card amongst them, add it to your hand, then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So there's a lot of selective stacking here. But this is interesting. This is red cards. So it's not just like, oh, this could pick up a super combo or a sand. This could pick up a unison. This could pick up a violent raise. This could pick up a Vegeta's imposing presence. This could just pick up your secret rare. This is a very, very, very strong card, and that's why it's only a top 3. But it's crazy that that's just effect just from being played. Because this is so generic, this actually may just be a good red generic staple card. He's going to be playing 1-drops. Everybody plays 1-drops. Depending on how your deck works, the 1-drops can be better or worse. Like for instance, in a deck like U7 Gohan, between the Android 18 and the Gohan, it has targets to where you +1 and then you break even while setting up offensive plays if it's the Gohan 1-drop. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, and I think because it's just searching any red card, this is an invaluable card in red. It's -4, which is going to be very easy to use since the +2 unison is going to get it plus 15k power and double strike for the turn, making a 30k double striker. And it's activate battle, so they have to decide whether they want to negate your unison or not before you can just level up on them for no reason. Very, very strong unison. And it's +2, of course, play up to 1 red battle card with injury cost of 1 from your hand in rest mode. Very, very thematic to the set. Next card, we have Vegeta Lone Saiyan Warrior, just a super combo. We're going to breeze right past that. Next, we got SS4 Son Goku Rivalry United. Now, there's a lot of stuff to do here, but we're going to try to do the best we can. Deflect, Double Strike. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1 card, so it's going to replace itself. Auto, red, when this card is used in a combo from your battle area, it gains plus 5k combo power for the battle, and your leader gains Double Strike for the turn. So this becomes a full-blown Champa within the theme when you combo from your battle area, and that's cool. Then it's activate battle, limit 1 red. If your leader card is a red Son Goku GT, Vegeta GT card, and you have 2 or more energy, and 1 or more Vegeta GT cards are in your combo area, play this card from your hand. So if you combo with a single Vegeta from your hand or your board, preferably board, you are going to be able to pay 1 red to then play this guy out, and he's going to come into play as a 20k double striker. That's huge. That's just wonderful, wonderful. And you can see here how like he cheats himself out for 1. This is just really good. Next, we're going to move over to SS4 Vegeta Rivalry United. Almost the exact same thing, but there's a couple of differences. Deflect and critical instead of double strike, and then his auto. Instead of coming to play and drawing a card, he comes into play and you choose one of your opponent's battle cards and it gains minus 1500 power for the turn. Effectively being soft removal or softening him up for other things, which is pretty cool. Now, activate battle, this is actually cool that they don't say it has to be your turn, because this guy is a good guy to play on your opponent's turn. Let's say you've imposing presence and you want to snipe off something before it's your turn. Let's say you Yamcha'd, if you do play Yamcha, and you want to take the other 10 to 15 away. You could play this during your combo step when your opponent attacks you and just go in for it. But other than that, he has the same effect as, almost the same effect, because they give their essential stats to the thing that's being comboed to. So when he is comboed from your battle area, you can pay a red, he gains 5,000 power for the battle, and your leader gains critical for the turn. Pretty awesome. Activate battle, limit 1 if your leader card has a, yep, so it has the same summoning conditions. So basically, this is the way the cycle is going. The next card we're going to look at is Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku Preparing to Brawl. Permanent, if your leader card is a red Son Goku GT / Vegeta GT card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3, making it a 1-drop, meaning that it can be played for 1, but it can also be played from your Unison for its +2 effect. When this card is played, when this card is played, draw 1 card, switch this card to rest mode, and place this card in its owner's drop area at the end of the turn. You will not be able to keep this card. You need to play it, you need to combo with it. And there's no way to put it into play without turning it like sideways for it to be rested, unless you somehow brought it in with its skills negated, which would negate the whole reason to want to play this. Auto, when this card is using a combo from your battle area, draw 1 card. So when it's played, it's going to replace himself. When it's comboed, you're going to draw and +1. Moving on to the next one, same thing. SS4 Vegeta Preparing to Brawl. Exact same thing on a Vegeta. That's literally it. There's nothing too much to say there. Followed by 2 that are actually way more, just actually specified. Now, it's kind of weird because if you're looking for all of the spoilers, you're going to have to split some time between Facebook as well as the Bandai Plus TCG site, because 2 of these cards are not on there. Like Vegeta, the Vegeta we're about to go over next, he's not on Facebook, but he's currently on TCG Plus. So when you look at these cards, you've got Digging Deep, which is auto limit 1 if your leader is a red Super Saiyan or red Son Goku GT and Vegeta GT card, and your life is 4 or less. When this card is used in a combo from your hand, choose one of your cards and it gains +5k power for the turn. So yes, he doesn't have a combo cost, but he is a Sensu, and I think that's actually really, really cool. Next one, SS4 Vegeta Searching for Rivals. If your leader card is a red Son Goku GT, Vegeta GT card, and you discard this card from your hand, add up to 1 red Son Goku GT card with an energy cost of 4 and 20,000 power from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's going to allow you to make some really, really cool cohesive plays because you're going to be able to fix your hand. And yeah. And right before we continue with the rest of the spoilers, quick word from our sponsor. Just because we are returning to Monke with the SS4s does not mean our hygiene standards need to also return to Monke, or remain there if they currently are. And I'm not pointing fingers, but if you know, you know. And if you know, you should probably listen and get hip. That's right, I'm talking about Dr. Squatch. These SS4s embrace their inner savagery and their Saiyan nature. And speaking of nature, everything that Dr. Squatch produces, from their soaps to their shampoos to their deodorants, are made from all natural ingredients that are not only good for your skin, your body, but also the environment. Much more so than the synthetic stuff that we normally slather all over our bodies. And I implore you, if you're gonna go ape, you need to go ape on your opponent's match record, not their nostrils. And by using Dr. Squatch soap before you even sleeve up your deck and come to the event, you will do both by having the ultimate pair. But you can go down in the description or go into my Discord, find the coupon codes I have to offer, use my affiliate link, and help me help you, help me help you. So yeah, let's get back to the spoilers. Thanks for listening. So we've got SS4 Gogeta Triumphant Together, Deflect, Triple Strike, Blocker. That's a lot. Union Fusion for 4, that's also a lot. Draw 1 card, red Son Goku GT and red Vegeta GT. Permanent, this card isn't affected by non-Gogeta GT skills, and when this card is in battle, your opponent can't activate non-super combo card skills, and you skip your offense step. Okay. Auto, at the start of your charge phase, place this card in its owner's drop. When when your opponent's battle card is KO'd by this card's attack, or at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode. There's a couple things that go on here. One, this is a hard investment. This is 4. Previously in red, we didn't think tapping for 4 for anything minus Vegeta's secret rare. Like, you don't even do it with Ultra Master anymore. Like, who plays that? I'm not saying nobody plays that, but most people choose to omit that from the list. So 4 is very, very hefty. However, this guy is deflect. He's 35k, so he's going to even get over the Videl combo with the Son Goku. Like, he's just very, very strong. And on top of that, he isn't, well, actually, he would never get touched by those anyway because they're not Gogeta cards. I apologize for that one. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Triple strike and blocker. He's gonna untap himself at the end of the turn. So no matter what, he's going to be open to block for you. On top of that, this is pretty cool because if he KOs a battle card, he's going to be able to get up there, like untap again. So this guy is going to be interesting because since you union fuse with the leader, first and foremost, he's going to be able to attack battle cards in active mode. When he does swing on a battle card in active mode, they get no defense step, but this guy is not going to get an off step or an offensive step. So you're going to have 35k versus whatever they have, which is likely not 35k, is going to die. He's going to untap, and you can swing face with him at this point, or kill something that's very, very strong. I'm swinging face in most cases because you probably need to end the game sooner than later with an effect like this. Then he is going to be able to untap to be able to block for you. Now the coolest interaction here is at the start of your charge phase, place this card in its owner's drop area. However, if you just Z Awaken, you are skipping your charge phase, giving you one additional turn with this guy up, a full round turn with him up as a swinger as well as a blocker. And that's going to be something that nobody should be missing out on. Being only able to use super combo card skills, he is essentially hand destruction on his own. Because when he swings, if you have no super combos in hand, you literally need to drop 5 cards. Unless you have open energy and you're comboing with 10Ks, you need to drop 5 cards to be able to go up to 40. And that's insane to be able to think about how many cards you have to get rid of your hand. Get out of your hand. If you have super combos, that goes down a little less, but this guy is definitely going to change how you use your cards because it is not safe to just offensively blow your super combos unless you know you have game on this leader. And because you have a 100k Z leader, it's not always assured that you have game at any moment that they're that low on life. So there it is. This is the final card for the archetype. I am going to see about doing an archetype breakdown as soon as possible. I have a very hectic week coming up. I hope you guys like this video, and let me know if I'm getting better on these Dr. Squatch adverts. Like, I'm trying. I'm definitely trying to get the best segue I can. But I'm excited for this archetype. I hope you guys are too, and I will see you guys in the very next video next time you decide to join Universe X. Thanks. See you later. Bye.